Michael has been working hard to get you some good participation and some good trainings this month from the field. So we look forward to that. All I can say is I'm very happy. We've had a wonderful month. Ryan keeps telling me that we had such a good month in July that it's the best we've had. We've had some new rank advancements. We've also just launched and introduced some new ranks that are actually they're live now in August. So we're very happy to see that. And it's not going to stop. We want to make sure you have the tools, even though it's summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. We know that everywhere in the world, there is a lot of excitement. So I want to take the opportunity today to clear some doubts and kind of show you some new tools that we've been launching recently that are going to help you in your business each day. So before we get started, why don't we go ahead and take a moment to just recognize some of the rank advances, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But I can tell you, July was such a wonderful month that I was very happy to see some of these rank advances that we have. So join me in just taking the opportunity right now to highlight some of this. So give me one moment, please, and we'll get this going. So here we go. Here we go. July 2025. As you can see, we're having growth all over the world. It's so exciting. Congratulations to all these new senior members. The first step into a great journey here at Neumi. And join me now in clapping here for the new one stars worldwide. Quite a lot of them, actually. Three stars. Some diamond ranks here from Poland and Romania. Congratulations, Bobby and Loredana. Also, some double diamond rank advancements. We have Sofia Kimla, Anita Sapala, Eden Dynamic Enterprises, and Sherman Onkefer. And a brand new triple diamond from Spain, our good friend Marco Antonio Boix. Congratulations, Marco. Well, there you have it, Neumi family. What a wonderful opportunity for us to take a moment to recognize these wonderful members. We're actually always looking for ways to evolve, and so you'll probably see some fun things in the next few weeks as we highlight some of these members throughout the month, especially to honor their rank advancements. It's no longer an issue with us to be all over the world and to have so many languages, because you may have seen, just a quick reminder, we don't have the same amount of groups that we had in the past, because now we want to make sure that we take advantage of being a global family. Thanks to AI and many wonderful translation software, we're able to connect. So that's what we're focusing on. One specific member channel group for social media. So now, instead of having a few that are scattered around, we want everybody to join. And it's just such an honor for us to connect this way. So today, I want to just talk a little bit about what we just came out of. We came out of Neumi Week, and it was a success. I can tell you that all the calls that I keep receiving, usually as I connect with members from all over the world, one of the first things they're saying to me is, Sergio, man, what a wonderful event Neumi put on. And that's usually the first things that they bring up. And I agree, we definitely worked really hard to bring the world together and to have a way to connect virtually. I know there was a little bit of hesitation in the beginning and maybe even a little bit of scared of the unknown, but I can say that it was a wonderful success. And what a wonderful opportunity that was, because now that we know how we have the great tools that we have, we can really take advantage of it and connect worldwide. We were able to connect in every region with their live replays, off always as well, have different language opportunity to hear and so forth. So it was a wonderful experience for all of us here. And that doesn't stop there. We're heading into our 5 year anniversary next year. And so now it's a time for us to prepare for that, okay? And I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can plan on getting there. So let's go ahead and have some fun. And I want to congratulate all of you for really being part of Neumi Week. We had a lot of fun doing it. For those of you that purchased tickets, just want to remind you that you have approximately a month. So about 2 more weeks where you can access the recordings on the Zoom platform through your ticket. Take advantage of that. And we will also look for ways to use a lot of this material because we recorded everything and to also offer you tools because we learned a lot from Michael to how to best use AI. We learned from our CEO on how to take your business to the next level, where we're at in Neumi. Chris and I talked a lot about the achieve. We talked about the belief wheel and the flywheel and how that concept just goes along. So there's a lot of good information there that you can take forth. But now I'm going to take the time to talk a little bit about everything we have going on. We came off of that wonderful hype of Neumi Week, and now we have a lot of good tools for you to continue and keep adding to that fire. We want you to pour into that fire and do not slow down. Even though here in the Northern Hemisphere, August is usually a month where people are on the road. I can tell you a lot of people in Europe reached out to me in the last 2 days and said, "Oh, Sergio, I'm so sorry. We're on the road right now. We're heading off to a holiday before school starts." And that's why we know that, but we want to make sure that you take advantage of what we introduce at Neumi Week and have the tools for you to continue working through August. So let me tell you a little bit about something. If any of you have access to pull out your smartphones or even browse on your desktop, we're going to have a little bit of a fun experience today. And this is kind of a follow-up to what we had. My apologies for the close-up. This is just kind of a follow-up for what Ryan shared this week. So you may have noticed this, or you may have not, but I want to take an opportunity to show you something really cool. I want to give a shout out to Chris Fowler and his team because they've been working really hard to up our tools. And I can tell you that the Neumi app is going to be enhanced a little bit, cleaned up for you to better access the files. Always remember that you have access to the Google Drive through your back office. And so I've actually requested for that to be a little bit more easier to find. So instead of having to go through various steps, we want to make sure that's kind of visible there in your dashboard. So you should see that soon. But if you have not noticed, just have fun with this for a little bit. So pull out your phone or on your desktop and go to the neumi.com, please, okay? Because I want to share some upgrades with you tonight. If you go to the neumi.com page, if you scroll down towards the bottom, you will see that we have a knowledge base, okay? So please click on this knowledge base. And the reason I want you to click on it is because as I clarify some doubts that we received from the field and just clarify how you can take advantage of the current promotions and incentives we have, I want you to get familiar with this. So I apologize. I know this is kind of silly, but I'm doing it on my phone. Well, maybe it's not going to work very well, but versus showing you on my screen, let's go ahead and go in together. So if you go through Neumi announcements, we will always have the most important trending articles on here. And so why this is such a neat opportunity is because you're always going to have the most up-to-date information. So we know that we send out emails. Sometimes emails may be missed, or sometimes the message can be missed on the app. Guess what? If you want to know the most current up-to-date information, you can always go to this knowledge base. And it has been made more friendly that you can even type in and go directly to customer service to ask questions. And so we have an AI agent here that says, "Hey there, got a question, I'm here to help." So you could say, help me find some assets or tell me a little bit about this Achieve incentive, and it'll pull it right up. So it's become friendlier, and also with languages throughout the world through the various websites. Oh, thank you, Michael. That helps out a lot, actually. So see, you can go there. And Michael, if you don't mind scrolling down to the very bottom, just so everyone sees where the wonderful knowledge base, that's the easiest way to do it. So you can click on there and you can save it on your favorites. But look at this brand new fresh look. So you can have the articles, the announcements. You can find out about events. You can find out about the Neumi app and where we're at and PRP and so much more. So the promoted articles are always going to be your most up-to-date information. So there's an important announcement there. Due to the high demand of Neumi hair that we launched, there might be some slight delays, but the good news is that it shouldn't really affect many orders because we've been working on shipping product fast, and now it's time to get some more. So we'll get you very familiar with this. I want you to use it because I can tell you that even internally, there's been times where an executive may have had the question, and we're actually working with one another to make sure that everything is up to date. And so, for example, this was updated 27 days ago. So now we need to update the countries and always be up to date. But it's going to be very up to date with all the information, with everything we have going on. But to my point, even here internally, we're trying to use it. So we know that everyone's busy. So if I have a question related to operations, maybe if Chris is on a call, then I can just look up for my answers here. And I can tell you that there's been many times where I found the answer there. And so what I'm getting at is we'll continue to send out emails. We'll continue to send out messages on the app, and we're going to clean up the app a little bit better for you. But this is probably your best go-to now with this new enhancement and with this new AI interaction. It's just going to get better from there, okay? So again, going back to the fire that we have right now, we want to keep pouring into that fire. We had a wonderful product launch. So the Neumi hair was a success. I want to remind you that the launch pack is no longer available, but there are some benefits right now that you can still have for the markets that have this wonderful product available in, which is United States, Canada, Mexico, and Europe for the time being. Now, that's a big win. Chris and I talked a little bit about celebrating small wins. That's a big win because instead of having this available in those other regions, 3 months down the road, we had it available very close to the Neumi event. And as a result, as you can see from the news, it was a product that's really literally being moved and promoted very, very healthy. So it's a wonderful thing to see. And it will help us to forecast better even as we do more things. So let's talk a little bit about what we have to offer you. We talked about how August can sometimes be that last moment to take advantage of vacations here in the Northern Hemisphere or whatever it may be. We don't want that to be the case. We want you to continue with the momentum and celebration. And I want to just remind you of what we have going on because this August of 2025, we have a lot going on. So there's no reason for you to slow down in any way. You have incentives and promotions that will help you move your business. Okay, so let's talk about what's happening with there. The launch pack, as I mentioned, is no longer available, but you do have until the end of August to take advantage of special pricing. So we have a protection for pricing through auto ship. You can get up to 3 Neumi hair in your auto ship for $25. Now, this must be and needs to be an auto ship order, okay? So what we mean by you have till the end of August is, let's have an example. I'm going to set up an auto ship today to run on the 20th of August. I'm going to go ahead and add 3 bottles, and that will process to ship, and I'll receive it, towards the end of the month. But the good news is that you will receive, as long as you maintain that active, that special pricing of $25, a limit of 3 of these products for Neumi hair. So what happens is until you make a cancellation the following month in September, you can continue to take advantage of that product price special through auto ship. You can have it again in October. So what I'm getting at is this is an auto ship price protection. You have till the end of the month to audit on your auto ship. Once the month is over, that will be gone and you will no longer be able to take advantage of this wonderful offer. So jump on it while you can. You have still a few weeks to do so. And that will be something that you can lock in, okay? Now, another fun thing we have for all the markets where we launched there in is, you may have noticed in your back office that we have a special pack for enrollment only, okay? So this is a pack to help you build your business. And this pack is similar to the growth packs that we've had throughout the world. But what do you get? So you get a product that's going to be a Neuro, a Neumi Skin, a Neumi NutriSwish, and you can have a hair. So 4 products for the price of $150, 150 PV. So you're basically getting that product for free, the hair along with that. Now, that's not all. In the United States, in Canada, we do have another SKU that you can choose. So you can swap that out. If you rather take advantage of signing someone up that's interested in a hearse, they can choose a hearse or an euro. We have one of each packs that's only available in USA and Canada. But what I'm getting at, folks, is that's going to tie into something I'm going to talk about. Again, because there are so many things, I just wanted to make sure I clarify all of the questions that we have because I've been getting some good questions from the field and I want to make sure I can answer those. And guess what? I'm going to use this wonderful new tool that I shared with you so that I can tell you how that's going to work. Let's keep talking about this wonderful enrollment pack. This enrollment pack is available through August, and how that's going to work is you can earn $50 additionally for signing people up. So for signups that are 100 PV minimum, you can get $50. And this is a little bit different because we've done Blitz in the past where you had a weekly challenge to get certain amount of signups, but this is different. You have all August. So if you enroll 3 members, 3 customers throughout the month of August, you will get a bonus of $50 the following month. Now, isn't that cool? You can take advantage of it on both. You can't mix and match, but let's say that you do sign up 3 new members, there's $50 that you'll get. You can actually take advantage of that 2 times by enrolling 3 customers. So the most you can get out of this is $100, but if you want to focus on signing up 3 customers, you'll get $50. If you sign up 3 members, you'll get $50. Just a quick reminder that has to be a minimum of 100 PV per enrollment. And how does that help you? Not only do your new members, your new customers get to save on this wonderful pack by getting that product for free, but this will also help you with Achieve. Let's talk about Achieve a little bit. We've introduced the Achieve incentive, and that is now available. Now, don't wait until November or December to try to take most advantage of that. The earlier you start, the more success you can have through it because I'll give you an example. And these are the questions where I want to make sure it's clear because I get these questions quite often and sometimes members say, "Oh, that's awesome. I didn't realize that it applied to this specific behavior." But I want to make sure you understand early on to take full advantage of it, okay? So if we talk a little bit about the Achieve, I'll clear some doubts. Next year, we are going to have a live in-person summit. We're working very hard to make this announcement fairly soon. And anybody can go to this event. So we want all of you to be there to plan early. We don't have an exact date, but it'll probably be the second or third week of July. So stay tuned for that. But you will be able to purchase tickets for that. But we want to help you get there, okay? And how are we going to do that is instead of having 3 different regional events like we did this year, we are going to dedicate this Achieve program incentive for you to get there, okay? So at 50 points, you will get a Neumi swag, okay? A Neumi swag item that's going to be shipped to the markets that we're in. We had a great successful rate with what we sent out this year, which was the bag. So stay tuned to know what that's going to be. Now, if you get to 100 points, this is what I'm really happy and excited about. So we made some modifications that will allow you to really get there, and this makes more sense. So pay attention to this, please, just to make sure you understand how this works. If you get 100 points, we are going to cover your accommodations during the Global Summit, okay? The 5-year anniversary. 100 points will get that versus what we had last year where we had it a little bit backwards. So this makes more sense. At 100 points, you'll get the accommodations covered for you. And yes, you can have a guest with you in your room if you decide to. Just the joke we always say that really has a lot of truth to it. As long as you're okay sharing a bed, we kind of adopted that as our policy. A lot of people get a kick out of it, but that's really what it is. As long as you're okay sharing your room with someone and a bed, then you are welcome to share that room with someone at the 5-year anniversary. What happens if you get 150 points? You're going to get a $300 voucher to help you get to the event, to pay for some of your meals, however you want to use the funds. We just want to give you a $300 voucher. If you get to 200 points or more, you will be eligible to get an additional $300 voucher. So that's a total of $600 you can get by getting to the 200 points, plus the accommodations, plus the gift. And so you do not want to miss this because it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for us to come together. And we have a lot to live up to with this last event that we put on. And so there you have it. The behaviors are exactly the same, But I'm going to go to the knowledge base and let's find out how I can qualify for this. Okay. So if you want to type in achieve, or if you even want to just look on the announcements, it'll be there. But how does this work? How does this wonderful promotion work? Well, if I enroll a new member throughout the open period, which goes through the end of the year, it's available now. I will get 1 point. And again, that applies to 100 points or more. And what happens if this person gets a reconcurring order? So this is where I want to make sure that's clear because there's some confusion that members think that it only applies to auto ship. And the truth is that yes, it does apply to auto ship, but it also applies to any reoccurring order limit of one per month. So I'll give you an example. Pretend that I signed someone up today. I signed someone up today with a new pack. You know, they get 150 points. That would be one of the three that I'm trying to go for to get that $50 bonus. What happens if that person gets on auto ship and has another 100-point order go out the next month? Well, that will give me the another point that I need, so that recurring order will continue to count. And that's not all, folks. Is the wonderful thing with this is that you will have the opportunity to have it count as just a reoccurring order. It'll be a limit to one per month, but you can actually take advantage of it. So see what I mean when I was talking about take advantage of this early on, because you'll technically have from August through December to take advantage of this each day. And so you definitely don't want to miss out on that because it's the time to do it, okay? And so what happens if I talk about rank advancements? We saw a lot of rank advancements today. And if you get rank advancements, so this must be members that rank advance that you signed up throughout the qualification period. So what does that mean? July through December. So anyone that you sign up through July and December will count for this. Now, that's how we count the rank advancement. So does it apply if I have a member that's been around for more than a year that rank advances? No, that will not accumulate points because this achieve specific incentive applies directly to the people that are signed up during the qualification period. Okay, but what happens if you rank advance yourself? Well, if you rank advance yourself, you will get 10 points. Even, you've probably been around longer than the qualification period, so you will get 10 points there. But if someone you signed up during the qualification period, rank advances, you will get 10 points, okay, for that. So isn't that exciting? And they will also get 10 points that they can add to their achieve. So just to give you some fun information, again, don't worry. All reoccurring orders limit to one per month on the account will count you to get the points each month. And at the same time, you will be able to take advantage of that every month. Okay. So again, 1 point for the enrollment. Now, why is this a good month to do that? Because if you enroll 3 people, you can get the $50 additional that I talk about. So see how everything kind of ties in perfectly? We're giving you all these wonderful tools along with that enrollment pack and so much more. So you can get 1 point for that new enrollment. Now, for the concurring order of 100 PV or more, you will get 2 points. So again, I signed someone up this month. That person has an auto ship run of 100 points or more, or they place a reoccurring order the following month of 100 points or more. I get 2 points. This is where I get 2 points, but it is limited to one order, okay? Now, rank advancements, as I just covered, that's a really good way for you to get points. You can get 10 points for the new high rank achieved. And so this is nice because it applies to senior members and higher. So it's meant really to help you enroll. Now, what happens if you enroll with a quarterly pack? If you enroll with a quarterly pack, you will get 5 points because it will count the subsequent orders that are associated with that quarterly pack. And so that's a total of 5 points. Now, that's not all, my friends. The wonderful thing about this is that you will have the opportunity to really take full advantage of this, and we'll have more announcements on this as we go forth. But I say that's not all because, again, remember, you have the Achieve incentive, you have this wonderful promotion that we have for the $50 bonus, and you have the opportunity to promote this wonderful product. Oh, sorry, I can't see it very well. This wonderful product through your downline. So a lot of things going on, but don't worry. Take advantage of what works for you and go forth and take really, really good look and see who you could help rank advance in the next few months. Again, we've had so much fun recognizing everybody, and you're going to see new ways for us to look at how we're going to come together. So we're very happy about that. Now, what happens for the rest of the year? Okay, well, I want to just, if you have anyone that's in Peru, Ryan and I are actually heading out there tomorrow. So we'll be there for our very first event ever in Lima, Peru. If you go to our Eventbrite site through where you register for Neumi week, you can actually get that, and it's totally free. Anybody can go. And we'll be there this Saturday in Lima, Peru. Now, I have a question, and it says so qualifying for the 10 points check advances for team members would apply to only those who enroll within the promotional period and not the older members who haven't rank advanced. That is correct, Christine. It will only apply for those that are enrolled throughout the qualification period, where you, as a sponsor, will get the 10 points. So it's a perfect time to recruit. And if you want to have anyone join us in Lima, just go ahead and get them registered. We look forward to being there. And remember, we're going to have events in El Salvador in September. We're going to be also in Hermosillo, Mexico. We'll be in Montreal on the 30th of August. And then I'm actually heading back to Europe before the Diamond Cruise for a tour there. So I'll be there the second week of September, and you'll get to hear more on that. I'm actually working with field leaders that are trying to put on events there. I don't have the exact information yet, but I will share that with you as soon as we have that. I'll share it with our crowns, with our diamonds, as soon as they confirm, so that we can get that posted and get as many people to these events as possible. So there are different events. Whenever we have corporate presence of any kind, even though sometimes the events are put on by field leadership, we do work in conjunction with the field to allow anybody attend, because it's very neutral whenever we have corporate presence. And now there's a big difference when we as corporate put on an event. So Neumi Week was 100% put on by corporate. Achieve was 100% put on by corporate. Um, and then we have some other ones that are in conjunction. Like, for example, Mike will be heading over to Indonesia for a boot camp. And then we will have the 5-year anniversary celebration next year, which will be put on by Neumi Corporate. So stay tuned for that. Again, I can't tell you how happy I am to be part of this wonderful company. I've been here now for a year, and this year has gone by so fast. I can't tell you how happy I am to really be part of this, because in the 20 years I've had the opportunity to be in this industry, and honestly, I was exposed to it way before, ever since I was a kid. But from the corporate side, being part of it, I mean, there's nothing like going out to meet a leader. Like, I'll give you an example. I'll go on a little rant for a little bit. Some of the new diamonds that you see upcoming in Poland, for example, I actually went out there to Spain a year ago. Okay, not even a full year ago, in September, and I met some wonderful Polish leaders that are diamonds today, double diamonds, some of them, and they had a vision. They went to Spain without speaking the language, but they saw a wonderful opportunity in Neumi. They shared their vision with me, and they told me kind of what they had in mind. And guess what? Throughout the year, I saw those ranks come up and them achieve it. So it's, to me, there's nothing better than to hear what your vision is, to hear your stories, to why you want to be a part of Neumi, why you're sharing these products, why you're sharing the opportunity. You share your strategies and your goals and dreams, and there's nothing more fulfilling for me personally. And I know this applies to Aaron, Chris, and Ryan, and Steve. And then we get to celebrate your success with you. And so I know I can tell you that there are going to be some good things happening this year. I can tell you that we'll probably see some exciting things happening in Taiwan in the next few months. We'll see some exciting things take place in Thailand as the market evolves and as everyone comes on board. I think we're going to continue to see growth in Europe. We're going to see more growth here in the United States. If we saw a brand new double diamond rank up, and guess what? Now we're starting to see some more momentum in Canada. We're seeing momentum that's popping up in Latin America, and even in Australia, there's excitement that is coming back in. So this is a wonderful time to be here at Neumi. Please join us tomorrow, as Steve is planning to share with you a breakthrough call. And we'll continue to work hand in hand with your field leadership so that we can continue to share this wonderful cadence and culture which represents Neumi Members Night. It's such an important aspect of it. And take advantage of the things we're rolling out, because I'm getting a question, when will we have the video, the new breakthrough video in Spanish? So that's actually in the works. You will start seeing more assets in different languages, and that's another part that I'll get to through your back office, through the app. We're going to just make it a little bit more user friendly for you. But if you go to your back office library, you will see the languages that are there. For videos, I think we can always have those available through Vimeo, through the app, so that you can share them. But we are going to have the Spanish video very soon. We are working on that as well. And you may have seen that we already have assets in Spanish and French, Greek, for example, for Neumi Hair. So we've definitely come a long way, and we're just going to continue to be better, okay? I want to really take advantage of this opportunity to thank you once again from the bottom of my heart here. I really appreciate all the love and support from a lot of you, from all of you actually here at Neumi. It's a wonderful opportunity for me. I really do mean when I was saying I still got a long way to go with my career, but I want to be here for good. I don't see a better company than Neumi. I don't see a better opportunity. I don't see a better field than the field we have at Neumi, because it's just such a wonderful family culture. We're molding wonderful things. We're no longer in our startup phase. We moved on from that. But I can tell you that I look forward to being with you in person with the rest of the executives next year to celebrate our 5-year anniversary. Now, if you have any more questions, please start using that knowledge base regularly. As you can see, it's going to be interactive, and we always will do our very best to have the most up-to-date information there always, okay? So I'll let you know how my trip to Peru goes on Monday morning next week, but I look forward to being there with Ryan as we are present in that market for the very first time, along with our field there. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. You have a wonderful week, and thank you for the wish to safe travels. I appreciate it, Christine. And we are grateful for all that you do. Congratulations to all of those rank advancements, and take advantage of this August 2025, where we have so many tools, so many incentives, promotions to help you build your business. Greetings from Utah to the rest of the world here, our Neumi family. We'll see you soon.